Hello everyone, welcome back to the course. Today we'll be discussing on impulse response of a given system. My name is Pramod Kumar. I'm the CTO of Agimus Technologies Private Limited, Bangalore. So what we have in is we'll be covering up with respect to what is called as impulse response today. So when you look into impulse response of a given system, now in any signal processing, impulse response, or it is also called as impulse response function, IRF, of a dynamic system is the output when presented with the brief input signal called as impulse. Moreover, generally an impulse response is a reaction of any dynamic system in response to some external changes. So this impulse response is basically applied to an LTI system to understand its behavior. So that's the general definition which I can give you. So in both the cases, impulse response describes the reaction of a system as a function of time, and basically it will be an independent variable that parameterizes the dynamic system. So basically the dynamic system is parameterized based on the behavior of it. Now when you look into the impulse response, whether the system is modeled is discrete or continuous time, so that we have to actually check into. Now impulse response can be basically modeled as a continuous time system and or as a discrete time system. So that would be the two cases which we can use in. Any system in large class known as linear time invariant, that is LTI, is completely characterized by its impulse response. So that's the classification or characterization happens because of the impulse response what we have. So what we have in here is we'll be writing a MATLAB code to analyze the impulse response of a given second order system whose differential equation is represented by the equation which is given below. So we assume a second order system where the equation is being represented as y of n is equal to b naught x of n plus b1 x of n minus 1 plus b2 x of n minus 2, a1 into y of n minus 1 and a2 into y of n minus 2. There is an extra 0 here, please neglect that. Now whenever the impulse response of a system is defined as the output of a given system when the input applied to the system is in the form of impulse input. So basically this was the definition which I just mentioned. So going further with this particular session here, so impulse response, how exactly it will be represented? So it is with respect to this particular difference equation. So I have a of y n of n minus 1 and bk is equal to y of n minus k. If I shift it to the other side, this minus this would be the equation. So it's basically with respect to the time and the amplitude based on which I characterize my LTI system. That's what we'll be doing it. So I would be interested in writing the associated code, so where n represents the order of the system corresponding like how many maximum memory is involved in the particular system. So basically the storage device also has a physical parameter. So if you look into unit step response, like basically it will be storing 1 bit of data, so that also depends on what is called as impulse response. So this was the equation which we took in: y of n x of n 0.2 x of n minus 1 minus 1.5 x of n minus 2 and y of 3 into y of n minus 1 plus 0.1 to y of n minus 2. So this was the equation which we have considered. You can consider your own equation, and then once this has been done, you can see there are parameters associated to x and there are parameters associated to y. So I'll shift the parameters associated to y to the other side and keep x on the one side. So I can write it as y of n plus 3 into y of n minus 1 plus minus 0.12, that is this, which was plus. If I shift to the other side, it becomes minus 0.12 y of n minus 1 is equal to x parameter. So I have x of n which is out there plus 0.2 x of n minus 2 minus 1.5 x of n minus 2. So this is the equation which we have. So based on using on this equation, we'll be applying what is called as a z transform. So y of n becomes y of z, 3 into y of n minus 1 becomes 3 into what is called as z minus 1, y of n becomes y of z. So similarly you will be able to get the corresponding equation, or we can directly write y of z which is common and x of z which is common. We can take it out and we can write equation in terms of y of z is equal to 1 plus 3 x minus 1 minus to z minus 2. So there's a bracket here, is equal to x of z, that is this 1 plus 0.2 z minus 1 minus 1.5 z minus 2. So this is the equation which we have in. So finally I'll be able to get the, after long division I'll be able to get this particular equation, and finally when I take the inverse of it I'll be getting h of n is equal to 1 minus 2.8, 7.04, 21.4 and 65.03. so this is the equation which I have here. There is a minus which has been missing in, please make a note of that corresponding thing. So what we will do is, like right now we'll switch to MATLAB, where we can enter the values of the coefficient and get the corresponding output.